Hey everyone, happy Wednesday. I wanted to start challenging myself to, and I did this last year, but to do as many talks and as many speeches as I can before my 35th birthday. That's going to be on June 21st. So I figured since today's May 20th, I would start by doing this series of talks, which I'm going to call insightful talks, inspiring talks, and just talk about what for me was relevant for the day. And I talk about these things in hopes that it's also relevant for you during this time of great reset, right? So, the word that comes to me for today is love. And love is something that we hear tossed around a lot, right? Like, oh my God, I love that. Oh my gosh, I love this. But a lot of times when we refer to the word love, we are not referring to ourselves. Do you know what I mean? We are talking about things that are outside of ourselves. We're talking about people who are outside of ourselves. And while that is very important, right? It's very important to recognize and be able to appreciate and love people outside of ourselves. The most important relationship that you can have is a relationship with you, with yourself. And so when I was thinking about what to share today, that came to me, the word love, but specifically as it applies to you personally, loving yourself. And while you can hear it tossed around a lot, right? Like RuPaul says all the time, if you don't love yourself, how the hell are you going to love somebody else? Loving yourself is something that you hear in songs, it's things that you hear all over the place. But it's easier to say it than it is to do it, right? It's easier to just distract or put your attention towards someone else or something else than to really focus on loving and appreciating yourself. And when I was thinking about my own journey towards self-love, and I talk about this in one of my YouTube videos, but when I think about my own journey towards self-love, it's like an ever growing relationship. You know what I mean? It's like something that you have to choose to do every day. And it's the same when you're in a partnership, right, with someone else. It's like you can be in a committed relationship, but you still wake up every day to choosing each other, right? You and your partner choose each other. And I think that your relationship with love is the same way. Every day when you wake up, it's important to wake up and choose to love yourself, choose to have a relationship with yourself, choose to nurture yourself, choose to say, you know what? Today, I'm going to make sure that I pack stuff into my day that's just about nurturing my relationship with myself. And that can be really hard, because I think that in society, we're taught when we think about ourselves, we are selfish, right? But truly, when you think about yourself, when you learn about yourself, when you start to study yourself and understand yourself, you can truly evolve. And one of my last posts on Instagram, I talked about repotting my plant, Jujubee, I got her for my 33rd birthday. And now it's a tradition that every year I buy myself a plant to celebrate growth. And I had been looking at Jujubee for a long time because she's this big rubber plant and she was getting taller and taller and starting to lean over. And while her leaves were very beautiful and she was thriving, I noticed that her stem, her root, was starting to kind of bend over. And I thought about the fact that she had been in the same pot for 2 years, right? Because I'm turning 35 this year. And it really made me think about my own life and about love and my own journey to self-love. And during this time where we have a lot of time to reflect, I thought about the fact that I'm actively working on taking my life to its next level, right? And while I'm actively working on taking my life to its next level, I have to be mindful as to how I am nurturing myself, right? And when I looked at Jujubee, I thought about this idea of love and comfort zones, right? You can love to the degree that you understand, or you can feel good in a level of comfort that you understand. And I'm going to compare Jujubee's small pot that she had been in for 2 years. She outgrew it. Like, she was still able to flourish and she's still growing, but she's kind of stifled in the fact that now she's outgrown the pot, so she's starting to curve a little bit. And I think that love is like that too, right? It's something that's ever evolving. It's something that's always growing, always getting bigger. And for ourselves, in order for us to love ourselves at every stage, we really need to look at whether we're confining ourselves to old versions of ourselves. Like, are you still thinking of your past and letting your past, the way that you operated in your past, define how you are now? Or are you loving yourself for who you are presently? And so when I repotted Jujubee yesterday, I felt this sense of accomplishment because I felt like I was helping her get to her next level of growth. And in doing that, I felt like I was helping me get to my next level of growth. And it was just a matter of changing pots, right? It's like changing perspectives, or like going to the next level of your comfort zone. So when you think about love in your life, think about how you are applying love to yourself and what you're doing every day to make sure that you are taking time with yourself, to learn about yourself, learn about where you are right now. Because when you do that, you have much more clarity in your life. You have a lot more peace. And when you have peace and clarity in your life, you can give more and be of service more and love more on other people because you've spent time loving on yourself. So today, I encourage you to think about your relationship with loving yourself. If it's taking 5 minutes and writing out, how do I love myself? How did I love myself today? What did I do? And not looking at it critically, but more looking at it for information so that you can better understand yourself. Try it. I think it's really important for us, specifically at this time, to be reflective. So I encourage you to be reflective about how you're loving yourself. I send you so much love today. This is part of my own journey in speaking with all of you on these inspiring or insightful talks I'd like to try to do one every single day. So I'm trying to hold myself accountable. And if there are any topics you would like me to speak about, send me a message, send me a DM, or you can comment below. Sending you so much love, positive vibes, and good energy and happiness. See you on the next video. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.